So by now you guys know what tonight's life is about. Tonight we are going to talk about, hey guys, most men cheat because most men are not with the woman they really want to be with. The subject of cheating is something that gets brought up a lot in our discussions, and I feel like for a lot of women, they feel like cheating is the worst thing a man can do. Whenever someone breaks up, they assume cheating. Whenever something goes wrong with a man, they assume cheating. Like, cheating is what a lot of women are super focused on. Okay? So, if you survey a group of men, the average group of men, no matter the race, if you ask them all, are men cheaters in majority? What most men will say is that most men cheat. Okay, they're not going to say that all men cheat, because all men don't cheat. Okay, all men do not cheat. However, most men do. And why is that? Well, beside from, the way that they were raised, their mindset, where they are in their life. Okay, you have some men that can be cheaters at one point, and then, certain things happen, or they come to different realizations, or they get to different points in their life where they stop doing it, get out their system. There's a lot of different reasons. However, the underlying reason behind it all is that most men, the woman that they are with was not their first choice of woman. She's not the woman that he really wanted. I feel like a lot of these conversations talk about how women settle, but women may settle. However, a lot of men are pressured into relationships and marriages. Let's break that down. Fellas, you're sitting there right now. Your lady's next to you. You got to think to yourself, if I had more money, would I still have chose this woman? If I was at a different point in my life emotionally, would I have chose this woman? Have you ever heard a man say, well, I can't leave her because, she held me down? And it's a lot of men that are with a woman because she held him down. There are some men that feel like they're with this woman because, she's done so much for me, or, she has stuck with me through so much that they feel as though they have to be with her. Okay? And this goes for a lot of men. Okay? And I know that a lot of y'all are probably like, what? Because this is not something people talk about a lot. But again, a lot of men are in a relationship because they have natural protective instincts and they do not want to be the bad guy. Okay? A lot of you all think that, a man is with a woman because he loves her. No. Have y'all ever heard me talk about the might as well wife? Okay? The might as well wife. That's the woman that may have done a lot for you. Maybe the woman you put through a lot. The woman that really stuck by you. And the man gets to the point where he goes to marry her and he says, I might as well. She's not necessarily his conscious choice. She's not necessarily the woman that he dreamt about growing up. But a lot of men do get to that point where I might as well. Okay? Might as well wife, might as well kids, might as well family. A lot of men think a lot more practical about things than we do. We tend to think about things in a more like emotion-based ways, whereas a lot of men, they are very good at staying in their lane. Okay? Too pretty in lace, sweetie. If you might as well girlfriend or wife, just say that. But don't get in here getting triggered. I know there are a lot of ladies who will probably be triggered, but you shouldn't, because this is just life and how it goes. So please don't come for me, because I don't have time and I will block you tonight. Okay? If your little feelings get hurt, you'll be okay. I promise. So this is why I don't advocate for women to do too much for men. Okay? Because again, a lot of men are practical. Some men know they are not capable of producing stability. Some men will seek a wife to provide financial stability, credit stability, business savvy stability, because they know they might not, they might not be there. Okay. So they will seek out, men tend to seek out more so the wife that they need at the time, as opposed to the wife they want. A lot of men do not think long term when choosing a wife. Someone said no real man is going to might as well. That's not true. Yes, they might as well every day. It's men that marry a woman might as well because got her pregnant. It's men that marry a woman because no other woman will put up with his stuff. Now, most men will not admit this. I didn't get on here for you fellas to say, you know what, Six, you're right. I don't expect you guys to do that, because I know that a lot of you can't do that. You don't want the comment on here, your wife see it and she be like, oh, really? Okay. There's men that, yeah, thank you, Queen Sonara. If you have a problem, exit. Thank you. There's the door. We don't mind. Okay. There are men that get a woman pregnant and feel like, oh my God, now I got to marry her. Again, it's a man where a woman does a lot for him and then he feels like he'll be the bad guy if he leaves. This happens all the time. So this is why I tell you ladies, stop doing too much for a man and stop forcing and guilting a man into being with you. Okay, someone says she's just convenient. Yes, this happens every day. So since the man has a more practical mindset, as well as men are very selfish, he will get with the woman that he needs, whether it be financially, like I said, credit wise, whether it be business wise, whether it just be he's comfortable and they just have a history and, he's already marked his territory and he doesn't want to have to abandon his children and have another man, in his home. However, all those reasons don't mean that this is what he wants. So then what does he do? He keeps the wife that he needs and then he goes out to sleep with and gallivant with the women that he really wants. This is why I tell you ladies, if you think your man's cheating, if you found your man is cheating and you are not ready to 100% slide, act like you don't know. Because 9 times out of 10, if he cheated once, he is going to keep doing so. So you don't want him knowing that now he's like, oh, she knows and she's still here. No, you want to play dumb unless you're ready to go. Okay. This is why men do that. So the ladies, what you all will do is you will sit, women get pregnant to try to get a man to commit. And sometimes it does work depending on the man, because some men have families, grandmothers, grandfathers, where they're not able to just be out here getting women pregnant and sliding. Some men, they get a woman pregnant. Now they have their family looking at them like, so what you gonna do? Okay. So now they feel obligated to do so. Okay. Men are wired to do what they are obligated to do. You understand that? Men are not wired to go after things that they want or to do things they want. No, they don't want to have to risk their life for us. No, they don't want to have to carry the heavy trash out. No, they don't want to go see what that scary noise was and be the first one to die if somebody has walked in here. No, they do not want to give up their seat. No, they do not want to give up his coat. He's cold too. However, they are wired to do what they have to do. This translates into their marriages and relationships. So if you as a woman put that pressure, because just like if I'm standing and a man is sitting and I sit there and I look at him like, he gonna eventually get up like, okay, clearly she wants my seat. She's staring at me. I'm sitting. She's standing. So if I sit there like this while he's sitting, he can't even enjoy the seat no more because I'm sitting there like. Women do that to get men into relationships. You will lure them in with money, children. You will sit and do a whole bunch for a man. Like I said, have kids and everything. And then sit there like, so you gonna marry me? So we're gonna get into a relationship? And some of y'all might think, well, that's not gonna make... It does. Because again, most men do not want to look like, oh, this is the woman that held you down, or this is the woman that really liked you and you don't want to be with her. This also goes into men's fear of failure. Because let's say the woman that held him down, but he don't really want to be with her, let's say he leaves her, gets with a different woman, and she plays him. Now he got to deal with everyone saying, see, you should have stuck with Keisha. Keisha had your back. Men don't even want to deal with that rejection. Okay? So they will sit there and they will just go ahead and roll with Keisha, even if it's not what they want. When a man wants a woman, ladies, this is why I tell you all the time. When a man wants a woman, for real, okay, and we're going to do another live about this. We are going to talk about reward females. Are you a reward female? I'm sure you guys are like, a reward female? What is that? We're going to talk about reward females. Every woman is different, and every woman has different things she has to bring to the table in order to be valuable to certain men. Okay? When a woman is a reward female, the only thing that the man is worried about with her is how well she's going to mother his children, how good she's going to make him look in public, and can he trust her to not sleep around and embarrass him. That's what a man looks for in a reward female, because his reward is her, where she is that bomb or that outstanding. Okay, and y'all, please don't come in here. Do not come in here like, well, my wife is a reward female. A reward female start with her looks, and it would be where any man of any race, any creed, and any financial status would look at this woman as extraordinary. So I don't care because you love Keisha. Now she started to get fond of you because you love her. If Bob, the CEO Bob, would not look at her like, damn, she a reward, sweetie, she's not a reward female. You may love her because she's yours, and that's great. A man should think his woman is beautiful, but we are talking about reward females. It's a totally different thing, and we'll do a whole nother live about that. Okay. Yeah, and a reward female is a little bit different than a trophy wife, and we'll discuss the difference between that too. Okay. So again, this is why I tell the women, when a man look at you as a reward female, when he look at you like the one, where no matter what other woman was lined up with you, he would choose you. You seen when Drake said, if you had a twin, I would still choose you. That is when a man is with the woman he really wants. And he really wants her today, 5 years from now, 20 years from now. He wants her today making $50,000 a year. He wants her in 5 years making $100,000, and he wants her in 20 years making $500,000. He wants her. That is the woman that he consciously wanted. However, most men do not get the woman that they really want. Why? Because of time, season, finance. It is rare that a man has all of these different components line up at one time when choosing a wife, where he is free from interest, serious interest in other women. You see women that have a man that has it all. Sometimes a woman that has a man that has it all, it's not necessarily that she did something in particular to get him. You know what it be? She ran across him at the right time. Okay? When a man is completely single with other prospects, he may have other women that he may sleep with or entertain, but he doesn't have any other women that he is seriously that are up for the job. His money is where he wanted to be, where he is ready to commit himself, where he has, done what he needed to do, and he's like, listen, I'm over it. I got things to accomplish. I can't be out here wasting time, wasting money, trying to date multiple women and keep up with multiple women. I need to settle down. It's about catching him at the right time. This is why I tell you, brothers, stop getting married too young. Stop getting married too broke. Stop having children with a woman that you would not want to be with forever. Some of you guys should wait until you really get your money right, your mind right, and your status right. Okay? To where you want to be before you go pick the woman. This is why men complain about child support, alimony. This is why some men do not advocate for marriage, because they saw those men that married and got with the woman that they did not really want. So that means he probably will not be staying forever. Now he got to pay out when it's time to go. And this is how marriage is a protection to women. It means that if this man marry you and ruins your body, your status by having a baby, that he's not allowed to just say, you know what, I want to turn her in for a new model and slide. Knowing that since she was divorced with children, 8 times out of 10, she won't find another man who will financially provide for her 100%. So that's why the man has to pay to leave. They say it's cheaper to keep her, so I paid her to leave. So when a man get with a woman that's not the woman he really wants, but then he upgrade later and is able to get the woman that he wants, some man will do one of two things. Okay? They are either going to go ahead and pay. Some men, they be so ready to go that they like, you know what, if I gotta pay her, they'll take the loss here. They'll pay her and they'll keep moving. Then you have some men who will look at how much it's going to cost to leave, and they'll be like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and stay, and they'll just have a woman on the side. Somebody said, talk about women that change as they get older. Yeah, I mean, women and men change as they get older, you know. So some men may get older, the woman may get older, but she still look good. Okay, some men may get older, the woman's getting older too, but they still have a good vibe. They're still having an active sex life and this, that, and the third, you know. So, that's a whole nother subject. There is a way for a man to, ensure that your woman always stays looking good, but a lot of you guys don't have what it takes to enforce that, so we'll talk about that another time. So I don't think, so it's not about men should not get married. It's about men should wait to get married when it's the woman that you really want. If you do not come across the woman you really want, do not get married. I'm not talking about the woman that you think you want. I'm not talking about the woman that your mama says you should get. I'm talking about the woman that you want long term. You fellas have got to stop getting women pregnant that you know you don't want to be with. You fellas have got to stop being in financial need and getting with a woman because she might be a financial relief to you at that time. That may work while you're down, but the time is going to come where you're going to get back up and now you're going to be stuck with this woman. Then y'all be crying, talking about, oh, I had to pay for a divorce. Y'all have to pay for divorces because you're marrying women you don't want to be with. And y'all are getting bullied into relationships and marriages. You guys are getting married and getting into relationships out of desperation. Okay? So, ladies, this is why y'all ask me all the time, oh my God, why you don't want to talk about cheating, and why do you condone cheating? And it's not that I don't. It's not that I condone cheating or I do or don't. It's not about any of that. What it's about is I see how this is a cycle. I see how this is a pattern. So it's the women in their masculine energy trying to buy and bribe men, trying to be ride or dies, doing too much for a man. And this is how women manipulate you fellas. This is why I sit back and I see y'all fall for this, and I just be like, this poor man. He just don't even know what he getting himself into. Man, when you see a woman in her masculine energy trying to offer to do so much and do, all right. Despise the free puss. Despise the free puss. Because what she's doing is she's keeping a tally mark of everything she's doing for you. And trust and believe, when the time comes where you're like, all right, I'm ready to go, she gonna come out with that list of everything you did. She gonna run to your mama, your friends, and everybody. Oh my God, and he put me through this, and this is how a lot of women got rings on their finger. This is how a lot of women have a man right now. They literally guilted and trapped a man into being with them. And y'all think I'm crazy when I say this, but this happens all the time. There's so many men that y'all know right now in relationships like that right now. Talking about all men cheat. Okay, and a majority of men cheat, and majority of women pressure men into relationships. Cause and effect. This is why I don't believe in crying and playing the victim with these men. Because every action has a reaction. Okay? When a man wants you, all you got to do is bring the vibe. Not be slanging your vagina around town. Be feminine. Don't embarrass him. It's really not that hard. And he's going to come to you. When a man wants you, he's going to move. He's going to move fast. And he's going to move consciously and for sure. A man not being sure about whether he wants you means he don't want you. Okay? A man taking longer than 3 months to figure out if he wants to be in a relationship with you means he don't want you. A man taking more than 1 to 1.5 years max, depending on age, to marry you means he don't really want you. It means he's either trying to still weigh out other options first and do all types of things before he go there with you. Okay? So that's why when y'all sit and cry to me about the cheating thing, I be like this. Really? Tell me more, Keisha. Tell me more about how you paid for this business. Tell me more about how you held the bills down when he lost a job. Tell me more about how you had threesomes with him because he said he wanted to be with more than one woman. Tell me now about how he cheated on you 20 times and you took him back. Girl, you ain't take that man back and do all that for that man because you loved him. You did it to trap him into a relationship. You do all that to be able to bring it up every time that he ready to go. You either going to pop up pregnant or pop up with a list of things you did and spread the word to make this man terrified to let you go. Because now he's like, okay, if I let her go and I get with someone else and then she ain't doing more, I'm going to look crazy. You create fear. That's why I say, men, you all cannot operate as your best selves as long as you are operating in fear. Especially fear brought on by women. You're the hunter. You're the leader. Okay? Why are you getting into relationships because you're afraid to look at the bad guy? This is a news flash for black men. Okay? If you are afraid to make tough decisions, if you are afraid to look like the bad guy, leadership is not for you. As long as you are afraid of looking like the bad guy, you can never be a leader. And for some of you men, all I want for the men, all I want for the women is for everyone to truly get what they want, however that looks. Okay? This is why I repeat this again for the 100 millionth time. There should be no finger pointing. The men did this, the women did that. The women complain, oh my God, most of these men are cheating out here. Let's be real. Most of these men are not faithful. Let's be real. Most of these men are not with women they want to be with. Let's be real. Most of these men got into relationships because you had a whole 10 commandments of things you did for him that you made sure the world knew so that he would look like a total asshole if he left you. Cut it out. Okay? Fellas need to learn how to wait. And women need to learn how to let a man come get you. Okay? I don't want to hear about, oh, majority of men this, majority of men that. So, ladies, this is why y'all cannot be so thirsty to get into a relationship that you start creating ways to guilt this man into looking like a bad guy if he leaves you. You ladies know this. That's why you all do that. I hate when I got to hear that. And I did this for him and I did that for him. Well, who told you to do that? That's a grown-ass man. I mean, why would you do that? Okay, you sit and try to bribe a man into being with you and then complain, talking about all these men cheat. Why would you not just want to be with a man where you're really what he wants? Okay, but I think a lot of sisters feel like they won't be wanted. So they feel like their only way to get a man is to do that, is to guilt. Sit back, let him be the man. You be the woman. Be patient. You don't know how long it may take. Just relax. Okay? Most of the time, if you get with a man that wants to commit, okay, that has already went through his whole phase, already played games, he has a purpose and a plan, he has things he wants to seriously accomplish, okay, he is zero tolerant, okay, he's not toxic, he doesn't have time for a lot of drama and back and forth. He just craves stability, wants to have family, wants to have someone that he can trust and worthy to raise his children. Those are the men who tend to be faithful. When it comes to relationships, it's trial and error. Okay, it's trial and error. It's trial and error. It takes patience. Okay, fellas, y'all have got to stop getting so caught up in a certain season or period of your life to where you ready to just latch on to a woman, whether it be that she's soothing for you emotionally at that time, financially, spiritually, whatever. Okay, you guys have to have a clear mind and be where you need to be goal wise, so that you can take your time to get with the sister that you truly desire. It's a lot of brothers out here that are sitting there suffering and hurting, being somewhere that they don't really want to be. Why put yourself through that torture? The man is the leader. Okay, being a leader, sometimes it means you got to hurt feelings. Sometimes it means you have to be the bad guy. Okay, ladies, you have to stop doing what I call, it's almost like an emotional self-mutilation. You say, oh my God, these men cheat, they leave us, it is and that. Yet you sit and you fight and you proud and you just push and push to get these men to commit for you and with you, when deep down inside you know that you are not his choice. Okay, what we say all the time, you cannot be the treasure and the victim, ladies. You got to pick a side. Okay, most of the time when you're a victim, you're a victim of your own decisions. Okay, sit back, let that man come to you. Be patient. When he ready, when it's the man that really wants you, you will know. He will move, and he will move quickly, and he will move surely. Okay, so just chill, guys. Just chill. You know, we'll continue to touch on these subjects here and there. I'm going to try to go live again either tomorrow or Thursday. I'm going to attempt to go live again, and we are going to be having a really good discussion. I'm not going to tell you guys what it's about yet, but we're going to be having a really good discussion there. I am going to be uploading this video to YouTube so you guys can view it there, and it will all be edited and things like that. And just make sure you go ahead and click the link in my bio to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube as well. You guys know YouTube takes forever to upload these videos, so my video will probably be done uploading by tomorrow night or Wednesday morning. So I love you all. Thank you all for tuning into the live. Have a good night.